escaped me, do you? You think you're going to be able to get away with this all your life? Well, I want you to know that we're on to you, so don't do it anymore.
We don't need no education. We don't need no thought control. No dark sarcasm in the classroom. Teacher, leave them kids alone. Hey! Teacher, leave them kids alone. All in all, it's just another brick in the wall. All in all, you're just another brick in the wall.
We don't need no education. We don't need no school control. No dark sarcasm in the classroom. Teachers leave the kids alone. Hey, teacher, leave us kids alone. All in all, you're just another brick in the wall.
Party on.
All in all, you're just another brick in the wall.
Earthling, we will destroy the Earth with a nuclear disintegrator.
We back from war paint?
Hi, Mom! If you don't eat your meat, you can't have any pudding! How can you have any pudding if you don't eat your meat? You don't eat your meat? Yes! Can't you behind the grandstand? Can you have any pudding? Stand still, laddie!
Here, and I'm excited to be outside teaching phys ed.
Hey, congratulations, Grads!
disasters make it hard to mind. Birthday cake, steak and wine. The rough
cost a dime. They want your heart to ache and take up all your time. The broken situations that leave no resort must give way to play and sport. Don't want to think about it, don't know what to say. So sorry that you're cross. Goodbye to you today. We've got to cut the conversation, keep it clean and dry. And if they never finish, then we won't ask why. It's just a natural disaster that you've left behind. For the cuts of cake, for the steak and wine.
I can't believe I drank the whole thing.
The conversation, keep it clean and dry. And if they never finish, then we won't ask why. It's just a natural disaster that you've left behind. For the cuts of cake, for the steak and wine. No more emotions to show. Nobody has to know. It's just a natural disaster that you've left behind. For the cups of cake, for the steak and wine. Keep it clean and dry. But if they never finish, then you won't ask why. It's just a natural disaster that you've left behind. For the cuts of cake and for the steak and wine. No more emotions to show. Nobody has to know. It's just a natural disaster that you've left behind. For the cuts of cake, for the steak and wine.
Drink up, baby, down. Are you in alright? Leave your things behind, 'cause it's all going off without you. Excuse me, I'm too busy. You're writing your tragedy.
Make your way to the city of Calgary in Alberta, Canada.
Teams must now make their way to Calgary in Alberta, Canada.
One of the most powerful phenomena nature can conjure, attacking Florida's thickly populated and beautifully groomed west coast. Winds in excess of 230 kilometers an hour ripped apart homes.
Hundreds of hostages were packed into the stifling gym. Some of them can be seen fanning themselves. The room was rigged with explosives strung from basketball nets above the children's head.
Minister of Defense has been advised by the Chief of Defense Staff of the tragic death of Lieutenant Saunders.
In return for grace, it's a beautiful day.
An hour later, George W. Bush emerged before a tumultuous crowd at the Reagan Building in Washington after winning the largest popular vote of any president in history.
Mr. Yasser Arafat, the president of the Palestinian Authority, has died.
Tonight, Albertans have spoken. And tonight, Albertans have said, let's build Alberta together.
No to Bush! No to Bush!
Even if that doesn't ring true, you've been all over.
Paul and I share a great vision for the future. Two prosperous, independent nations joined together by the return of NHL hockey.
For every man, woman, and child, there is
Tommy Douglas has a new title, the greatest Canadian. It is the hardest hit area. The wave said to be 34 feet high. Some 2,500 people died up there. The wave was strong enough, David, to push.
You can see the water coming ashore. It gradually gets stronger and higher, taking out everything in its path, washing out tables and people. Just the absolute power of Mother Nature. As you look at this video, the latest numbers are in too. The death toll here has now exceeded 158,000 people.
As I stand before you today, it is my sad duty to announce that because the solution has not yet been attained, it is no longer practical to conduct even an abbreviated season.
Jetsco, Canada's third largest airline, ceased all operations late last night.
Prime Minister Paul Martin in damage control mode this morning as public opinion polls suggest that his support is heading south because of explosive testimony at the Montgomery inquiry.
People across the country are grieving for 4 officers killed in the line of duty in northern Alberta. The town of Mayerthorpe has seen many visitors as people come to pay their respects.
Today, and these past couple of days, they've been coming in by the thousands, the tens of thousands, the hundreds of thousands, yes, by the millions for the funeral of Pope John Paul II, the man who has led the Roman Catholic Church for the past 27 years.
How was school?
Worst day of my life? What do you think? What kind of bike do you have?
It's a sledgehammer.
Dang, you ever take it off any sweet jumps?
Attention, people of Earth. I regret to inform you that in order to make way for the new hyperspace express route, your planet has been scheduled for demolition. Have a nice day.
Lord Vader.
Yes, Master.
Rise.
Your planet has been scheduled for demolition. Have a nice day.
I want you to hit me as hard as you can. What? I want you to hit me as hard as you can.
They fall in line, one at a time, ready to play. I can't see them anyway. No time to lose, we've got to move. Steady your hand. I am losing sight again.
When I was young, I knew everything. She, a punk who rarely ever took advice. Now I'm guilt-stricken, sobbing with my head on the floor, stopping baby's breath and a shoe full of rice. No, can't be held responsible, 'cause she was touching her face. I won't be held responsible. She fell in love in the first place. For the life of me, I cannot remember what made us think that we were wise and we never compromised. For the life of me, I cannot believe we'd ever die for these sins. We were merely freshmen. Best friend took a week's vacation to forget her. His girl took a week's worth of Valium and slapped him. Now he's guilt-stricken, sobbing with his head on the floor. Thanks about her knowing how he never really wept, he said. Can't be held responsible, 'cause she was touching her face. I won't be held responsible. She fell in love in the first place. For the life of me, I cannot remember what made us think that we were wise and we never compromised. For the life of me, I cannot believe we'd ever die for these sins. We were merely freshmen. Tried to wash our hands of all of this. We never talk of our lack in relationships and how we're guilt-stricken, sobbing with our hands on the floor. We fell through the ice when we tried not to slip, we'd say it. Can't be held responsible, 'cause she was touching her face. And I won't be held responsible. She fell in love in the first place. For the life of me, I cannot remember what made us think that we were wise and we never compromised. For the life of me, I cannot believe we'd ever die for these sins. We were merely freshmen. For the life of me, I cannot remember what made us think that we were wise and we never compromised. For the life of me, I cannot believe we'd ever die for these sins. We were merely freshmen. We were merely freshmen. We were only freshmen.
Years that you'll be proud of, years that you'll work hard at, and when you leave, you'll be proud that you're a warrior.
More speed, more intensity. All right.
perfect. You screwed it
I'm
up.
so sorry.
That's awesome. Yes. I got this. Oh, that's crazy.
One arm like this. Yeah.
What do you want? Get out of here. Oh, God. I'm saran wrapping your car to Boskus. It was me! Me! Pull that on my arm here. The things I do for Grad video.
Colin DeGraff, 3D modeler and animator for the Henry Wisewood Warrior, where we'll be taking a look at the build-up of how he's gone from creation to completion. So we're going to take a look. The Maximus rendering here that we captured using a program called FRAPS. It's used for tutorial videos and other such programs for recording what's on screen. Here is the first portion of the Henry Wisewood Warrior 3D rendering. We start off with a reference material by the school's Maximus mascot, and then we started working on the helmet first. You can see a side view here, a little zoom in, zoom out. Next part that we did for it was the head modeling. This probably took us the longest time. Working on the teeth was just a matter of minutes, but the head developed into 3 progresses. One using a sphere, one using a square with mathematical whatever you want to call it, and then the last one, which is the one we used, using a geosphere with a lot of triangles in it. Everything was about shapes with the warrior here. Just a little pan around, we can see his front and back. Very scrawny figure, and we'll switch to wireframe. Shows exactly how all the objects are binded together. Used some math for this to get balanced eye lines and other such things, but actually found that... Sorry, I got a little carried away. Actually found that using point of view, using my own eyes, was able to balance most of this. A little distracted here. People are working behind me. We're in a bit of crunch time working on the rest of the video. Here we had 3 types of crests for Maximus's scalp, his helmet I mean, and one was done by, and all of them, the materials were done by Jess Brown. Working on the warrior, we used a few different methods of cloth modifiers before the recent 3ds Max patch came out. That's the way of doing it here. We tried using a wave modifier to bend the cloth of his tunic, but it just didn't work as well as we'd planned. All the materials, other than the one by the crest and the eyes, were supplied by the 3ds Max discrete corporation that it comes with it. Next part of the video we worked on here was just doing some lighting techniques. You can see the different way that the materials render on the warrior. You can see the 2 crests there also. Zoom in. The collection of, we want to have it fade off, but given time restrictions, and we had to keep to a strict deadline to actually finish this warrior, had to go with it. Hands were, and the arms, everything connecting was a really hard part of this video. Everything is a separate object. We have a separate modeling agent of the warrior where he's all one model, but for time restrictions we just didn't have the ability to move with it. One part of the warrior you won't see is he's actually a full rendered body. We had his feet, his legs developed, and he originally posed in front of a few TVs which would show off the different sections. We ended up changing it to a purple background, which is then right now in post-production to be changed into a background opening for each of the videos, like sports, student life, and classroom life. Here I have a side view of him. This is one of the viewports that we'd work with in order to develop the warrior. Continuing on. have a hand here. This is when we introduced the bone system. Allows us to bend different objects. This is one of the most proud parts right here, the actual bending of his fingers and appendages. Aside from the head, which took 2 months, the hands were the second most time-consuming part of the video. Developing a way to keep the bones in his hand without breaking apart was a real challenge, and I believe we have footage later on of when his bones shattered, as well as when they simply weren't staying inside of his body. Some little changes at the end there. And all the objects, the skin, as you can see, is bound to the bones, which allow for greater smoothness upon moving. Let's keep going. Here's a 3D set view. For the scene that the warrior was originally going to stand upon, he would display the different little small screens on the background, the flat screens, then display them onto a old rendered, we're thinking Back to the Future old, type of TV. Here's Maximus. We've now applied the colors over top of his grayscale model, so we're actually seeing skin pigment and the hair crest Jess Brown designed, the helmet, and the lighting off of the rest of his body. View, don't have any technical name for it. Oh, we see the light here moving around, detailing the different parts of his mapping.
What's the dots represent?
Yeah, but this background was eventually changed to a simple purple background. And we have a wireframe motion of Maximus here, doing one of the intros. You can still see the TV screens in the background, but they were eventually removed. And we just see him still breaking out the intros for all the different parts of the Grad video itself. What he could do. And then we have, here's a clip of the final product before post-production and the added backgrounds. Hope you enjoy.
Over here you can see the Grad Video Squad, and over there you can see where the Grad Video Squad rocked out. This way, sorta. We've been done for, well, some of our parts have been done for a while. This is another.
Call me Jess Brown. Say Jess.
I'm getting hell from Jess Brown.
I feel like it'll start off, it's like, it'll be like, this title will pop up and it's like, making the Grad video, and then we'll cut to an interview of some sort.
I'm Colin DeGraff, had loads of fun, except for these two guys, they kind of made it a really bad experience. Especially the one in the back who's looking now. I worked on the 3D Maximus and worked with transitions, did filming for, not really swear, the sports section filming, and worked on the editing for the sports video itself.
I helped with filming of student life, the intro as well, helping Aaron come up with ideas for how to do that.
I'm not doing any work. That's fine. What do I think about Grad? It's great. Teacher figures. All those lightsaber scenes and all the flashy effects you saw in the video was done by myself and Kevin.
Mars. Bars and Mars.
I think she needs it.
We did sports. Last goodbye. Classroom life. Yeah.
Yeah, so hopefully you enjoy the grad video, the work of about 15 students and 2 teachers who sacrificed many of their Fridays and several days off just to make this for you and you alone. Thank you from all of us.